Yeah, I'm gonna get shot for this one. Okay, so for context, before we get started, two things. One, this ain't really a true like hateful video towards this at all. In fact, there are some positives towards the thing and stuff. It's not really a big deal. In fact, honestly, I just want to do this video because I just want to get my thoughts out on this weird thing. Especially since it stated to quote unquote end. I don't know if it's going to truly end, but hey, to be fair, they did release the video. And second of all, again, I do not. This is not like me truly hating on the Pokemon Company or anything. In fact, actually, I think these Mega Evolution, which is the subject of this video, is pretty cool and it makes sense and all that. It's just this is a more there's two major things we're pointing out in this I'm pointing out in this video. One, how the ARG went through, and yes, before people start shooting me with that, I'm calling it ARG because it kind of was, sort of. And if you don't agree with me with that or believe that, that's fine because it was also a campaign. That's something we can all agree on. But it was sort of ARG like and stuff. And I do want to do a little bit of a review on that and an explanation. And second, I want to talk about why this ARG kind of shows a certain problem I recently noticed rising. A personal problem. It's not really a big deal problem, but I'm questioning how this is all going to work out. So, for context, if you don't know, recently Pokemon is they've been recently teasing and releasing Mega Evolution after Mega Evolution each and every week. I think. Question mark. And I say that because I don't know about the other Mega Evolutions. I know they started with Victory Bell and sort of lead towards Hawk Laka. How the hell you say that Pokemon's name? If you know what I mean, Huchakla or something. The bird wrestler. Um, and for the most part, it's been fine to say the least. And recently, we got our fourth Mega Evolution, which ironically we already knew through the leaks and stuff. But the way they did it, I don't know. It puzzles me. It not like I hate it. It's definitely not like I fully hate it. Like, oh my god, it's the worst thing. Trust me, I've seen worse. In fact, I think this is more better of a mind control AR theme ARG better than the freaking dad feels with the fucking cranberry sauce crap. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I really hate that ARG. But this one was admittedly probably much more better. In fact, honestly, the issue I have wasn't the story they were going for. For context, if you don't know, there was some sort of little campaign slash ARG they did where they were introducing Magmar's Mega Evolution, which I will say, very intriguing on everything on it. Like, it really was. Like, it was a little bit good, to be perfectly honest. Like, they changed their logos. They basically act like they were being literally mind controlled, and to the point where it felt like it wasn't even like mind control. Like, they're probably drugged or something. I don't know. But really, they changed their photo, their profile pic to Magmar. They did the campaign called My Friend Magmar. Everyone kind of jokingly got involved with it. I know Bubbapedia changed to Magmarpedia, which honestly I wish they actually, after all this, I wish they actually jokingly keep that because I think that's a better name than Bubbapedia. I don't know why, but it is. And of course, also tons of interesting things they did. And for the most part, especially how they played it out, that's kind of not only fine, but let's be real here. Every video game have done AARG before. I know Deltarune kind of did one a couple of times. I know definitely Five Nights at Freddy's did some, although official ones, not unofficial, like someone, for example, Game Theory ordering a person to dig up someone's graveyard. That's a real thing, look it up. But for the most part, video game companies have, and video game creators and has done this ARG stuff before. It legitimately, if it's legal, just to say the least. So why am I meh on it? And just to clarify, I'm really am being honest that I am mixed slash meh. granted, also it's positive mix because I don't think the ARG was bad, far from it, because it did a pretty good job of hinting at not only Mega Evolve Marwal. Oh my god, I don't think I'll be able to keep saying it. It's like, yeah. But I also think it's a pretty good job because there's no doubt about it that the ARG was hinting more than just, oh, Mega Evolution that mind controls your butt. I literally think this is going to be part of the main antagonistic force main motivation. Like, I really bet a lot of money that this is going to be the main antagonist final boss kind of thing, like their main ace Pokemon. Which is kind of funny because this actually put Lester's main Pokemon to shame because his main Mega was Gyarados, which made no sense with Team Flare. Blah blah blah, whatever. But the reason why I am kind of about it is truly, I think the biggest issue is I kind of wish this thing took more longer to boost it up and such because really I want the more suspense of this ARG. Like, I feel like they shouldn't have kept the thing going even like they wanted to, like, keep it going and something like that. Like, they end it pretty short. They end it in 1 week. That's not how an ARG usually goes. And again, I get it's a bit more of a campaign, so to speak, but really, this also, like, even if it was a campaign, that was the shortest campaign I ever seen, honestly. And like, I feel like they shouldn't have saved it until way later, towards near the end of the video games, wait, near its release, so it can be a big bombshell or something like that. But nope, it had to do it early, and heck, you have to do it on Wednesday because Nintendo has a direct, and I don't know, like, that's like my only issue, and I feel like they didn't do too much with it. I did look at Bubbapedia or Wowpedia, which I feel like, again, they should just keep their name changed, but that actually sounds more better than Bubbapedia. They did do some things with the this is why I still count it as like an ARG, because they even said send merchandise to Pokemon fans, the ones who covered Pokemon for free, which is actually nice. I never expect them to do something like that. I mean, again, similar to, it kind of reminds me also about that. It kind of reminds me a lot like Poppy Playtime's ARG, the Ice Pick ARG. But whatever. The point is, they did do some things. But again, it's like a week long. Why would you make it a week long? Especially since you also leads into the second issue, being that I feel like you wasted at least 2 weeks. Now, my theory is it might have been because with the upcoming direct coming up, because at the time of recording, there's a freaking 60-minute direct, which I am actually way more pumped because something tells me it's going to be big. Honestly, I think they're going to reveal more Mega Evolutions in that, and Nintendo was probably like, hey, Game Freak, can you wrap this Squid Billy thingy-majiggy up here? I don't care what France squid thing you have going on, but can you wrap it up, blah, blah, blah? Like, I literally feel like that what happened. Like, Nintendo told them to wrap it up and just release the Mega Evolution, because, again, and I guess the Pokemon company has to, fold and actually do it. Which sucks, or they couldn't like make a deal where they just keep it like that, but then next week they'll just have Mega Evolution extended, but who knows? And that kind of leads into the other issue, being that I feel like they wasted. I know I repeated it, but what I mean by wasted, I feel like the Mega Evolution announcements has been kind of a little bit short and a little bit, I feel, awkward or mixed about how they reveal these Mega Evolutions. Like, for example, the Victory Bell one, I will admit it was okay, but kind of immediately ticked me off because they have like this Silent Hill PT feel to it, and it turns out it wasn't even like the new Ghost type Megas that has been leaked. Instead, it's just a Victory Bell. Like, really? I feel like that would have been a great horror Pokemon to get a Mega Evolution there and stuff. And then they later on come make a comeback with literally the wrestler bird Pokemon getting an awesome Mega Evolution. But then they went back to the drawing board and man has had to wait now 2 weeks. 2 weeks for a freaking Mega Evolution to a Pokemon that, it does deserve it. It's cool and da. But I don't think really anyone really cared about. Question mark. I don't know. Like it is a cool design and all that. I don't think Magmar just. I don't know. I really don't know the specs. I don't mind. I actually do like Magmar and da. But it's Magmar. That's it. Like okay, great. Like they didn't even try to like truly do a like another little bit tidbit issue is they didn't even try to hide these stuff or do a great job of truly hiding the fact that because many people right off the bat got what was going on is like yeah okay a psychic type Pokemon which is also dark type and his Pokedex like literally states it Mega Control. Okay, everyone's getting Mega Control. The end. Like you don't even need a Mega Evolution to know that. It's pretty straightforward. Like they didn't even try to hide it. Like they even jokingly released a video from the Pokemon anime series showcasing that. So, I mean, again, the ARG isn't a problem. It's not a big issue at all. I actually think it was okay. Like I said, I'm positive mix, positive meh, positive neutral on the Mega Evolution. But I feel like the campaign, the actual, trailers for these Pokemon Mega Evolutions, not only do they feel a little bit short and stuff, but I feel like there's not a lot of oomph for it. And I get why, because first of all, remember, these are Mega Evolutions. Like, there's no new Pokemon, which PS kind of sucks. I wish there was, like, they brought back the original variants, especially for Kalos. I really want to see some original variants of Kalos Pokemon. But nope, we gotta do Mega Evolutions. I get it. Too many things to juggle here, so makes sense. But still, but also because of it does feel short, and I wish like they have more. Again, more oomph to it. Like they're trying, they're really trying. Like I said, the Mega Evolution Bird one was awesome. Like it was great, and say the least. And I think they did a good job with that, with the animation and all that, and having it be a part of like a wrestling story. That's fine. But then we get to the Victory Bell one, which is literally they're trying to do like I feel like they just saw like oh great freaking Resident Evil Requiem, let's try to copy that, but instead with a Victory Bell. That is the most dumbest idea in the planet. And it really shows. Like it's okay, it's fine. It also foreshadows something along the line with what's going on with Emma, Detective Emma, and all that. But it's like it's just like weird. Like they build it up. They even have like this warning for not viewable for those who are anxiety. Like I'm not even joking. They have like this very aggressive is advised warning. But when you watch, it's like, where's the aggression? Where's the blood? Where's the fucking rated M for mature your fuck thing? That's literally I'm questioning that. Like it has a viewer discretion advised. Like what? You get jump scared by a spider, a Spinnerack. You get jump scared from that. Dude, I see more creepy jump scares in Five Nights at Freddy's, for fuck's sake. Like even like in the toy variant of the animatronics do a much more better job of jump scaring than that. What the hell? And it's definitely weird. And then of course we get to the Magmar thing, which to be fair, it was more better than Victory Bell, but I feel like the thing kind of should have been reversed, or even better, they should have saved like the Magmar reveal more so into that sector or something like that, and blah blah, or do what I think they should have done and kept the campaign going to be longer so it creates suspense and confusion more. But it's like, and that's my issue here. Again, there's nothing truly wrong with the ARG, and you have every right to disagree with me with that because it's fine where it is. Again, I'm mad. But more importantly, my bigger concern is the trailers with these things. And I get why they're doing it. Like I said earlier, it's one of the reasons is the Mega Evolutions. They're just showing Mega Evolutions. But another reason why I think I get it, is because they don't want to do the same thing they did with Pokemon Sun and Moon, which was every every single month and every single time there was a new update every single time, to the point where it's just bogging down, to the point where they're just like, they even spoiled the fact that Lunala and Solgaleo were evolving Pokemon through that revealing cause Mog. So, it's like, to say the least. So, and they did try to avoid it with the next generation with Sword and Shield. And I think they did a pretty good job. And then they continue it a little bit with Pokemon Pokemon Scarlet Violet, which I think was more better, and of course Legend of Arceus and all that. I think that was better, but now we're getting to the point where I'm like, okay, listen, just a normal trailer would be fine, okay, at this point. Because they do give out the trailers later on for the Mega Evolutions, of course, after the big event thing, which is fine. But I think nowadays it's just because they're feeling like email kind of thing, like that email gag that people point out with video game news or something like that. But again, I really think that this ARG was just meh. It's not bad. It truly ain't bad. I need to clarify it multiple times that it's not bad. It's just I feel like it was a bit boring, and I really wish it was kept longer. And again, it's okay if you disagree with me. I just want to get my thoughts out of that. And it's very interesting to see how this go. But I will give one credit, and that is that they're definitely doing a great job, even if it's kind of meh in some ways. They're doing a great job hyping up this game. Like, I'm definitely intrigued. Like, I really want to know if this actually has something to do with the story. Like, is the main villains using Magmar to mind control people? That's really good. But anyways, just want to get this out here. I don't mind getting shot, because at this point, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with this. But I just want to get that out there in my thoughts. Hopefully they get better with these trailers, but I think they will. But anyways, this has been Floxcat, snapping out here. Bye-bye.